Split spoke 5 stars. Split spoke 5 stars. The similarities keep coming. A lot has happened in 15 years, but then again, a lot hasn't happened in 15 years. Welcome into the Hobley. Welcome to Hobleywood. 2010, 2024. Actually, it's a 2025, so let's call it 15 years just for ease of math, shall we? The secretary's car. The rental car. The one that everybody hates. That is the last year of the 4-liter V6. The Exploder V6. This is the first year of the all-new 2.3 EcoBoost. That is a new engine design for the S650. Look at how similar they are. I mean, no joke. The bottom part underneath the center, it's the same. I mean, different dimensions, but whatever. The grille, same philosophy. Pony in the center. Headlights with the turn signals in them. Now we've just put the turn signals on top of the headlights. Over on the S197, they're beside the headlights. We've still got those lower fog light holes that are just filled with plastic. Once again, move forward to 2025. Those fog light holes are filled with plastic. This is going to be fantastic. I used to own one of these. I owned an 08 convertible with a 4.0 V6 automatic, you know, the dud. The 4-liter V6. This was never really a performance engine. I'm not knocking it. This was more of a reliable horse. Little torquey thing. I think it's got 240 pound-feet of torque, somewhere around 210 horsepower or something. I'll put the numbers up in there just so we can have the accurate numbers. But this was in Ford Rangers. This was in Ford Explorers. I don't even know how many different vehicles it was in. Mercurys and Lincolns. Anyway, one thing about this engine that I would like to say something. You might be able to get a good deal on one of these. It has a very, very bad fault with it. The coolant housing leaks. On top of this 4-liter V6, going into the engine right there, is the thermostat and the coolant. See the radiator hose coming in there? These are very prone to leak. If you'll look right there, I'll be danged. See right there sitting around that bolt right there, fluid? That's probably antifreeze. But anyway, these are real prone to leak. And we are taught that when we smell coolant, oh, that's a head gasket. A lot of people that don't know a lot about cars, oh, that's a head gasket. That's a lot of times, and I'm not trying to say you take advantage of people, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying sometimes they think it's a head gasket and all it is that coolant thing. I've heard that story a lot throughout the years. Anyway, keep that in mind. Torquey, not much on 0 to 60. Although, I mean, we're going to take it for a run and we'll put some 0 to 60 clips up there and do all that. It wasn't bad. I mean, for what it was, listen, they're always going to get made fun of. That, like we said, I think it's got 210, 220 horsepower. That has 300 or 310. So we're talking about roughly 100 horsepower more, okay? Obviously, this is it double the fast? I don't think so. This is 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. Yes, that's what it's listed as. And I believe this was 0 to 60 in real close to 7 seconds. But this car still is hated on. To be honest with you, this car right here may get more hate these days than that car. Because anyway, a 4-cylinder turbo, y'all got to remember 4-cylinder turbos, they're putting out some power now. Matter of fact, I'd like to put up a little clip of a Ford Fiesta ST last night at the drag strip, taken out and winning against an S197 5-liter Mustang. What the hell just happened? They both missed the shift. The Focus. We have to quit making fun of the 4-cylinder turbos. I know. Casey, the reason why we're making fun of them because V8s, Mustangs are supposed to have a rumble. I understand that. But not everybody can afford that rumble. Not everybody can afford it right off the rip. The initial payment, the initial cost up front, then insurance, tires, gas, because once you buy that V8, you're going to want people to know that you have a V8, right? Yeah. Come on, don't lie to the Hobley, I know. Anyway, that's what you bought it for. I'm not bitching, I'm just saying. So you're going to spend a little bit more money, especially on fuel. Okay, this might be a little, I gotta be honest with you though, the S650 interior is way nicer than this, but this has the twin hump dash. This is old school Mustang right here. This is what Steve McQueen looked out across. This is the same type gauges he did. You know, in Gone in 60 Seconds, when you're watching Nicolas Cage try to jump that bridge, you know, he jumps the tow truck at the end. Anyway, the gauges, they look similar to this. All I'm saying is Ford lore right here. This is the OG, the traditional, if you will. A by God key, the way it's designed. It's got a little hole right there. You just put it in. And she roars to life. This one's got about 158,000 on the clock. Got a little 12 volt going on right there. Airbag. Oh, it does say Mustang on there. Fantastic. Let's see our glove box. I know there's not going to be a window sticker, but that would have been cool. Little bitty small glove box. The old T-handle shifter right there. Let's move that out of the way. We've got single zone climate control. Not much going on right there. We've got the old telephone dash. This is not as bad as the S550 models, but we're getting there. We do have a CD player. Let's see if there's a CD in there. Could we get lucky? No disc. There's all of your... Casey, what's the navigation screen? You better use your phone. Oh, speaking of phone, we can hook our phone up if we want to. All right. We've got a 6-speed automatic transmission in here. Oh, there's the trunk button I was looking for. Traction control right there. A real e-brake. Here are your cup holders right there. Let's go ahead and have a little look-see in the console right here. How do I get in there? Right like that. Another 12 volt in there. See how that all looks all... That's the way the center console looked back in the day. And that chrome and everything. Now that was real metal and stuff, but come on now, fast forward a whole bunch of years. The back seat, I'll be honest with you, I think you could probably fit in that back seat way more before you could fit in that S650. Not much going on the steering wheel right here. We do have cruise control on this one. Back in the day, you'd have pulled this out to get the fog lights. We don't have any fog lights. That did not come from Ford that way. Those tended to fall off. Oh, it looks more like this. That door panel looks nice and clean. Let's do the squishy squish test. You want to? Let's see. Squishy squish. Hard plastic. Hard plastic. Harder plastic. California redwood plastic. We do have automatic up and down windows. I would like to say one thing. I'm going to throw a little shade at Mopar. My 2023 Dodge Challenger, it doesn't have automatic up and down windows. So one point to the V6 lowly, crappy secretary's car. Now, let's go look at the dash on this S650. You'll notice a difference. If heritage and nostalgia and stuff like that mean something to you, then you're really going to despise this dash. If you don't care about that and you're more of a tech person and you want onward and upward and that kind of mentality, you're going to love this. All right. A lot of things happened between 2010 and 2015. People actually started caring about softness and ergonomics and things like that. So on this one right here, let's go ahead and do this. We got hard plastic right there, hard plastic all the way around. But when you come in the inside, we got the denim right there, another nylon cloth or something, then you got some leather going on right there. The different stitchings, your power windows and power door locks and power mirrors are all right there. Got a speaker in there as well. This one does have a power seat on this side. That one over there is, but now listen, all the features in this one as far as power seats and stuff, you could have gotten it on that. So I don't want to act like that this is, oh, the S650 no. You could have gotten that back then. All right, the main difference is screens. You know those twin humps that I was just getting off on over there? They long gone. No more twin humpies. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. See the little pony going for a ride with you? All right, let's jolt these screens to life. Now, as far as the light show and everything, this is way cool. And you're gonna have different kinds of gauges, and I should have closed the hood and everything because it's gonna censor everything. It knows everything is on. All right, you got dual zone climate control. You've also got heated seats and a heated steering wheel. I don't think this one has navigation, but you can get navigation if you wanted to. This has a 10-speed automatic transmission as opposed to that 6-speed over there. I want to show you one thing though here real quick. You can push the horse right there, a little shortcut, and There's your different gauges and things like that. Also, you can go to the cluster theme and change the old SVT Cobra gauges right there. You could throw those in, Fox body gauges, and then just a calm, you're just kind of chilling, whatever. Anyway, there's a bunch of different settings and all of that. Also, on this car, you're going to have line lock, which means it locks the front brake so you can do a real smoky burnout. Yes, this car will do a massive burnout. Anyway, you have all your acceleration timers and things like that. All right, we've got some of these cars have a wireless charging pad right here. This one does not, but some of them do. USB-C and a USB-D. Remember, over there, all you had was 12-volt chargers. I think there was 2. There might have been 1 in the trunk, but I doubt it. So 2 chargers over here. We're already looking at 3 right now. And that's just right there. Then if you come right here into the center console, like we did over there, you'll have another 12-volt down in there. The transmission tunnel, real e-brakes are long gone. Electronic e-brakes right there. And also if you get the drift brake handles right there, 2 cup holders, blah, 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 blah. Let's do drive modes real quick and let you guys see the drive modes here on the S650. How do I get to the drive modes? Let's see here. Slippery, moist, wet, custom. Make it do whatever you want it to do. Normal, the way God intended it, the way Ford sent it out. Feeling sporty, it's been a good day. Want to unwind, let go of some stress. Track, you're gonna go show off for your buddies. Drag strip mode, yeah, you decided you want to become John Force. Did you see all that smoke from that rear end and them tars? This car can do that. Don't let that 4-cylinder fool you. All right, twin humps, long gone, but we do have a nice little insignia over there. Different materials all over the place, different textures and all that. It does add a little bit of niceness in here as opposed to just that grainy looking old plasticky stuff. Once again, the back seat, that is deceiving. It semi looks a little big back there, but it's really not. All right, it took me a minute, but the base price for a 2010 Ford Mustang would have been about $22,000. Now a premium, which would have gotten you leather and more Zuzus and Wham Whams and all that, about $26,000. So now we have those figures in our mind. Let's transport to 2025 and let's see what's going on and what's happening. 2025 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Coupe, iconic silver metallic, black onyx cloth vinyl trim, $36,705. Okay, so let's base this off of $22,000. So 22 grand over there versus 36. So we're dealing with a $14,000 difference, okay? 15 years separate these two cars. So let's go with the law of averages, shall we? Every single year for the last 15 years, it is fair to say that the base model the base model Mustang has increased price $1,000 average over the course of 15 years. I mean, I know it's not exactly perfect, Mac. I'm just trying to do it in my head here. I don't have any calculators. I don't have a team of people over here doing it. It's just me in my head. There's a major difference. There's not a bolster one on these seats. Now, I know all one size fits all, but I mean, no thigh support, no bolstering support. Remember, it's the secretary's car. It's the base model. I'm just joking. I hate when the base model cars get the trash talk. They don't deserve it. They're soldiers. They're workhorses. They're ponies. $60 years worth of Ford Mustang. I mean, we've got 15 years worth of difference and separation right here, but 60 years of the pony car. And there's been a base model Mustang on every single generation. We need the base model. The base model sales is what gives us the ability, and it gives it, well, not gives us, it gives Ford the ability to make all the fun versions. You know, those 1 of 200 horses, 1 of 100, one-off deals, Mr. Chrome colors. Anyway, obviously I'm a fanboy of the Mustang. I guess it's too late to, I guess we already know that. Anyway, the S197 and the S550. There's a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities. At the core, these are still the same car. Thank you so much for watching the video, and thank you, Ford of Murfreesboro, for allowing me to play with your vehicles. Thank you so, so very much. Have a hobbly.